According to a study by Dyke, as of 2001, 22% of criminal cases were dismissed of all charges, and this number is only growing. Many of these are dismissed due to a police officer's lack of a warrant, allowing many felons to get away without even a slap on the wrist. The United States Constitution should be amended to allow police to only need reasonable suspicion to search and seize illegal contraband. According to a survey I conducted in October 2020, over 75% of interviewees are not completely trustworthy of the police system. As someone whose family has recently experienced an issue with warrantless search, I've seen firsthand how detrimental and disruptive this can be on people's lives and their opinions on the police system. Over the next few minutes, I will explain why this proposed amendment will provide a safer place for the future, a means of pride for U.S. citizens, and increase many people's trust in the police system. First, let us look at the war on drugs and analyze the effect it has on the safety of the United States. The longer the war on drugs goes within the United States, there's an increasing amount of innocent arrests, sentences, and deaths taking place. Oakes says in their article that the exclusionary rule, the law that prevents the use of illegally obtained evidence in court, only benefits a person incriminated by illegally obtained evidence. It does nothing to recompense the injury suffered by the victim of an illegal search that turns up nothing incriminating. Allowing warrantless search and seizure prevents these punishments on innocent people. More true criminals are found and put to a stop. This will objectively increase the safety of the United States. A problem many people have with warrantless search and seizure is that it intrudes on their lives. Warrantless search and seizure may sound unconstitutional. The Fourth Amendment prevents unreasonable searches and seizures without a warrant and probable cause. However, the process of asking for, granting, and obtaining a warrant can take hours, days, or even weeks, time that the police force just does not have. An article by Ferguson describes the case of United States versus Hensley, saying that the police did not have a warrant for his arrest, which made the court process even longer than it would have taken. It should be the belief of all U.S. citizens to maintain the country's status as a safe place to live. The immediate seizure of contraband and the arrest of those in possession is a major step towards that. This also allows citizens who support this to feel a sense of pride in the increased safety of their country. Finally, allowing this alteration will benefit the criminal justice system on many fronts. In the current political climate, police must question every action they take, as it could easily be spun by the media that they are, in fact, in the wrong. In the survey I conducted, 100% of interviewees say that social media has an influence on people's thoughts of the police system. An article from Commissar brings up the notion that as for unlawful arrests of innocent persons, the writer has seen overzealous policemen sweating copiously in fear of results and has known judgments rendered against them. If police are worried about their very movement, it slows down the process of catching criminals in the act, as a single video from a different perspective could get the officer hatred from a large portion of the country. Brown states in her article about the media's exploitation of the war on drugs, in its juxtaposition of official and covert stories of the war, conventional lines between heroes and villains are blurred as it becomes evident that members of the president's administration are manipulating the war to suit their own ends. This states that the action of the few have a detrimental effect on the opinions of the masses. There are a lot of police officers that are simply trying to do the right thing, but these terrible acts, such as administration members exploiting the war for their own benefit, is damaging the reputation of all politics and the police force. If the Fourth Amendment is not altered to lower officers' grounds for search and seizure to reasonable suspicion, police will continue to fall short in their efforts to end the war on drugs, and innocent people will continue to suffer for it. If the amendment is changed, police can make more arrests, and more culprits will be put to justice, making the U.S. an objectively safer place. In conclusion, the U.S. Constitution should be amended to allow more reasonable suspicion-based arrests to go through and allow police to make more seizure-based arrests without the use of a warrant. We went over how changing this amendment can increase the safety, pride, and trust in the police force by the American people. Please take what I have said into consideration and act. Starting right now, you can petition to your local government that you feel unsafe with an unknown number of criminals around. If this movement gets large enough, it will be taken to the state level and possibly a national level. Government officials can make things happen where police are more structured around reasonable suspicion. This allows police to make more arrests quicker, saving the days it may take to get a warrant and saving the lives that could have died in the process.